In today's gaming news, offline mode for SimCity is in the works, a Guantlet Reboot launches this summer, and EverQuest celebrates its 15-year anniversary. Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. This is Force with your day's gaming news. First up today, SimCity will be finally getting offline mode. According to the game's official Twitter account, update number 10, which is a patch allowing for offline play, is in its final phases of testing. So offline mode is coming to SimCity. Is that enough? Is it too late? You know, for the people who care about offline mode, obviously this is great news. Now you can play without connection to the internet, fantastic. But what about all the other problems that the game had? I think one of the biggest problems for me was the city size and the reliance on other towns. In many cases, if you want to work on some of those great works that the game has to offer, you need resources from other towns that specialize in other things. So what that means is you're not really building this one gigantic town because the city size is limited. You're having to micromanage several towns. And if you are going to play in offline mode and you won't have other people working on those towns for you, then there's that whole aspect of the game that just doesn't come into effect. And what about when I remember playing SimCity as a kid, the thing I loved was that I could just build this railroad that went on for miles and I have a little town over here and a little town. You can't really do that in the current iteration of the recent installment of SimCity. And I think that that's probably a bigger problem. But, you know, that doesn't mean that they can't fix any of the game's issues, and offline mode finally coming to this game, for many people, is great news. In some other great news, we are getting a reboot of the classic dungeon crawler Guantlet. Yes, it was announced by WB Games that a remake of this title will be coming sometime this summer. The game will be developed by Arrowhead Game Studios, the same company that made Magicka, and this will be the classic dungeon crawling co-op beat 'em up featuring the warrior, wizard, Valkyrie, and elf. This is actually really pretty exciting to me, and after checking out that trailer, it looks pretty well put together and polished. The combat looks fluid and rather visceral. It's interesting to note that the announcement of this game is that it's just coming to the PC via Steam. I say that that's interesting because looking at the gameplay and knowing the type of game that it seems very well suited for the controller. So maybe it's just we haven't heard about it yet, but I think that this could be a title that would do very well on the consoles if they decide to port it over to that platform. Again, I think it would just fit very well based on the gameplay, the way it looks. And again, you know, it's still early on. We've just seen a trailer, but it looks good. It looks pretty decent so far. So I'll be keeping an eye on this title and, you know, letting you know when it does officially launch. And last up in news today, EverQuest is celebrating its 15-year anniversary. 15 years since the original game came out. They've recently put out some trailers celebrating and thanking their fans for 15 great years and all of that. And there's going to be a lot of things going on in the realm of EverQuest this year. Updates coming to the original EverQuest as well as its sequel. Obviously, we've got EverQuest Next Landmark. And of course, we expect to get more information about the upcoming reboot of the MMO, EverQuest Next. So it's just a lot going on in the realm of EverQuest. Now, something I want to touch on, and please don't take this the wrong way, EverQuest does kind of feel like it's lost its relevance. And I say this simply, honestly, based on views. I look at views on the YouTube content for this game, and they're rather dismal. I mean, the videos they're putting up, like the celebratory videos, are getting very low view counts. I guess it's not too surprising because you don't really hear a ton about the original EverQuest or the sequel to EverQuest. Now, that could all change with EverQuest Next. Landmark, you know, it's been fairly well received. The game is still in very early development and has a lot of improvements that need to come to it before I think people get really interested in it. But there's a lot of buzz around EverQuest Next, the next MMO. There's just a lot of hype around it already, and we still know very little about the title. But just the way that the game looks and the things they're talking about doing with it, I think that could really revitalize the EverQuest brand. And I'm actually rather interested. I'm going to be taking a look at the original EverQuest this week. So expect some video content on that. There's a promotion going on right now. And I thought it'd be kind of fun to look at this game that I really never got a chance to try before I dove into MMOs. Well, I guess I did play Ashron's Call, but anyways, that's neither here nor there. I'm going to be checking out the original EverQuest this week, or at least, you know, the newest version of the original EverQuest, and I think that'll be pretty fun. But yes, 15 years in the making. Do you guys have any great great memories of EverQuest? Do you also feel that it's sort of lost its relevance? And do you think it will come back with EverQuest next? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today's episode of the show. As always, thank you so much for watching. Once again, this has been Force, and you have just been force-fed. All right, let's play EverQuest. This is exciting. Let's get some torches here, flying butterflies. Let's make a new character, shall we? This is kind of funny looking. Yeah, weird, what the hell? What the hell? What's up with their forehead? This is the strangest. All right, what about these guys at the bottom? Okay. These are the creepiest look. I don't want to date any of these girls. Well, maybe this one.